Drunkies in Action, Part 2.
4, 5. That's it.
Everybody start picking.
You can try anything on the board. All the flavored ones here are 60 proof. This is a bonfire's a 90 proof cinnamon. If you do that one last. 100 proof clear, 140.7 proof clear. All these are Krispy Kremes. We've got 4 rums, a gin, a vodka, corn whiskey, and an apple brandy. These you can eat. Cherries are at 100 proof, pineapples, mandarin orange,
Strawberry.
Strawberry one. A few cuss words in Spanish, but that
You don't want that one?
Try it.
I would like to try watermelon when you're ready.
Good? All right.
It tastes like a Fanta
On the count of
crack.
3, Drunkies. Come on the count of 3. Fanta on crack, you said?
Yeah, it tastes like a Fanta on crack. Look, it's on crack.
I'm
strawberry?
spelling it. 3.
And then coconut. No, not coconut. What do you name it?
strawberry.
Oh, man.
Banana, my favorite. Watermelon or banana? Coconut?
Yeah. This is my favorite one.
That's cheating.
You don't have.
But it is good. That's cheating.
You catch up.
No, I'm trying to keep with my flavors. I want to make sure I get the good one. Hold on 1 second. Can I also try the cinnamon rolls that have the egg?
Yeah.
I'm going to try butter pecan and eggnog.
Which one you did?
That's vanilla.
North.
That
My dad's gonna look back at the video and I'm gonna get in trouble for saying that. No, I don't want to. No, you don't want to try cotton candy? She wanted to try it. That was a joke, Dad. Don't get mad at me. Look at this. That's what the cinnamon was? Yeah. They're paying attention. They don't care. Thank you. That's what Desi keeps saying. The other pine candy? Might as well. I have 3.
That's
That's
good.
good.
You can even taste the alcohol.
I don't know. So
She said go 140.
That's the problem that I got.
I really like the cotton candy ones.
I think I did this once in my life in the bar.
But if you do it the way I tell you to, it won't hurt.
I know.
1, 2, 3. Is that one?
Yeah.
This is, she done it. She didn't wait.
Pickle
She didn't wait.
She didn't wait?
She didn't wait.
That's so messed up.
I'd rather do
This is already?
Alright.
All right.
The way I do it is I hold my breath the whole time I'm doing it.
Oh, you do?
Once I shoot this, once I swallow this, put that right behind it, and then I blow out.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I hold my breath while I do it.
Through the mouth.
1.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh, you're right.
Wow.
That was better.
Wow. Wow. That is amazing.
Yeah.
So, can I get a napkin?
Delivery April. Mommy, help.
Oh, what are you drooling?
See your face right there.
It's good.
Hey guys, one is for pooping, one is for peeing. What do you do when you have to do both? Split yourself. Alright, so this bad boy here, this is our column still. So we did the gin out of that one. It's got all the different distillation processes, and I'll add a gin basket up to the top of that one. So it's got all the juniper and all the different lemon and orange and lime and all the quite a bit of juniper, but it's got a lot with the gin here. But yeah, we run all of the gin through this little column still there. Now we have our 400-gallon stainless still right here. We do all the moonshine, whiskey, bourbon all through this still here. Got our thump keg right here, and hence the name thump keg. Whenever they're running this thing will sit here and shake back and forth. It is so it's basically taking those vapors, sending them into here. This is the condenser here, so it's meeting that cold water here and it's condensing that vapor into a liquor. So it runs out the end there, and it's generally going to come out normally about 160 to start, and by the end of it, it generally depends, but normally it comes out anywhere from 160 down to 120 proof, depending on what they're making. And this is a mash that he just did today. So you don't see too many bubbles on it yet, but once that yeast starts getting active, you can feel the side. It's pretty warm. It's going to be active before too long, but here soon that yeast will start, and that's when you'll see all the bubbles and everything starting to rise up on it. But I want to say this one is a high wheat. I think I'm smelling a lot of wheat on this one. So this is something that we don't actually have in our store yet. This is a newer product that he's kind of working on it now. I think it's going to be a wheated whiskey. Obviously, it's still got a little bit to go. It'll sit here. He just transferred it over, so it'll probably sit here for about 5 days, about 10 to 13%. And then they'll transfer it back over there, and that's when they actually distill it and they get that liquor out of it.
The process?
This is the fermentation process. So what he does first is he'll add those grains into that still. Today, he added all the grains into it at the start of the day. Steam cooked it, so basically what he was doing is he was releasing those fermentable sugars, making it to where it could actually ferment. So when he transferred it over here, he added that yeast to it, and yeast is that living organism that creates the alcohol. So it was eating all those fermentable sugars and burping out CO2, and that's all the bubbles and everything. Yes, and it pisses out alcohol is what they like to say. So that's the process that's creating the alcohol.
That's what I just did now. It's 5 minutes.
The start of the process, give or take, depending on how fast the fermentation goes, it's 6-7 day process. But it'll normally sit in here for roughly about 5 days. That we have is made here except for our tequila and one of our bourbons.
Okay.
Those aren't made here. Not be able to open up one of them. I think we got a heads and the tails barrel over there. Are you familiar with what the heads and the tails? So basically the heads and the tails, each run, what first comes out is going to be called the heads. That's going to be pretty toxic, essentially, if you've ever heard the term. If you drink enough of that, son, you're gonna go blind. That's drinking the heads and the tails. It's really toxic. It's got, the high acetone, I believe is what he said, is high acetone, so it's not good for you. What they're going for on each run is gonna be that hearts. So after they've ran the heads for a little bit, they can tell, they've done it for long enough, they can tell by the texture of the liquor and the smell of it to be able to know whether or not they want to make that cut and start running their hearts. But of each run, I would assume this is probably his hearts today here, but we'll slide this out of the way. This one's going to be H&T, so this is the heads and the tails here. So this is going to be your toxic. You'll be able to smell it in a second. But basically what they'll do is when he goes to rerun this same exact liquor here, he'll add it back into that.
I'm already drunk.
Yeah, absolutely.
That gives you, that can clear my
This is
side.
heads and tails. So this is not, basically what he's going to do with this is once he's rerunning whatever this, I would assume it's moonshine, but yeah, he'll throw that back into that thump keg and it'll cook out. No, I think it's gonna either moonshine or whiskey. That's what we do mostly through this one.
That's the tail and the tail and the what?
The heads and the tails. So from each run, when they run that heads and tails, basically they're saving that and they're going to redistill it to cook out all the acetone, all the impurities that are in it. They're going to make it actually drinkable where you're not.
That can clear sinuses too.
It
clear my sinuses.
Sean mostly came from. It's generally a corn liquor, but when the moon was up, the shine was going out, so they always called it moonshine.
For my bad peach.
Around here, obviously, we got a lot of cabins. So there was a night where
I'm sorry.
I may or may not. No, you're fine. You're fine. There was a night where I may or may not have indulged a couple of drinks, and I went outside and was, I was hitting that lean up against the wall.
stick.
Wait, do it again. Wait, I'm not recording.